Previously on that Cthulhu John.
I was wondering if you wanted to look into the houses.
Absolutely, I do.
I knew you would. I started looking around for a basement door.
What really catches your eye is what looks like 4 towers. 2 of them have a really big magnetic reel-to-reel setup.
Like computer towers?
Something catches your eye that's on top of these computer towers.
So I go back down and reach up.
And it is what looks like a building layout. You think this might be underground, probably a bomb shelter.
So we'll go straight to Willis Freeman's.
You see the box that has the wires going into it from the reel-to-reel device. It just kind of looks like a smaller version of the thing you saw in Tom's house. In there, you see all 6 wires lead to the top of a rhesus monkey's head that has been severed. It is also in a pan that is filled with a noxious green fluid. The monkey looks up at you, opens his eyes, and goes... You see the computer come to life, and the reel-to-reel starts spinning on it.
It's brainwave activity, perhaps?
And reading the article about my husband being a snake person.
It says that one day, my husband seemed like a different person. One day, I saw him in the bathroom, and he was a snake form, and then tried to change back into a person.
And where is she from?
From Boise, Idaho.
Want to go check out those tunnels?
Yeah.
Back to University City. There's a fairly long hallway. It's all dark. Till the hallway opens up a little bit, then you do see what looks like a light switch on the side, like cranks.
Big handle breakers. I'm gonna flick it. I'm gonna turn it on.
Pop, pop, pop. You see another setup of computer towers. From those, you see that there are 1 set of wires on the left side, 1 set of wires on the right side. There are 6 of them. They come down and they are hanging onto a chair. Next to each chair, you see an IV stand.
Welcome to that Cthulhu John.
Due to some severe technical problems, we lost the first 20 minutes of this recording. Basically, to catch you up, we all rolled luck.
I got a 2.
I failed.
I got a 10.
Then, Heather and Thompson were in the bomb shelter. Heather got some shit in her eyes that blinded her. They found a pipe that had a cap on it, but still managed to get some water out of it because it was so old. It had kind of like rusted holes in it. So they flushed her eyes out with water. While they were doing that, they heard a high-pitched squeal, followed by cranking of metal. Gears turning, it even sounded like.
And some really good listening rolls.
Thompson looked down the hallway, and there he saw a barrier that was raising from the floor up to the ceiling. As the barrier was raising, Thompson ran and jumped over the barrier. And on the other side of it, saw Tom Winklespect pulling on some chains. At that point, Thompson had his gun pulled, pointed at Tom Winklespect. Tom was reaching for his pocket, and here we go.
He said what he has would explain everything. I told him slowly, and then I passed my psychology roll on that one.
That's right.
And that's where we realized that we weren't recording. Or
Yeah.
we were and weren't.
That
I'm
the
not sure.
recording stopped, yeah.
A lot of really good rolls, though.
A lot of really good rolls that unfortunately the listeners missed out on.
The listeners missed my listening extreme pass.
It was
You know?
pretty extreme.
Because I'm blind, so my hearing advanced.
Yeah.
Hi, listeners.
Just a natural.
Tom Winklespect,
So I say slowly, and I have my gun trained on him.
you have your gun trained on him. Tom Winklespect reaches for his pocket. And you see him starting to go a little quicker. Your police instincts tells you that he's reaching for something to harm you.
I'll don't want to make a lot of noise, but yeah, maybe like leg him.
Okay.
I feel like we need him.
All right. So we gotta roll.
I gotta look at those charts. Isn't there like a thing for having your gun like ready to go? Do I get it?
Yeah, you have your gun ready. You roll your dexterity. You roll in dexterity. You go in dex order. You act in dexterity plus 50.
Oh, good. I have 125 in that case.
Yes. And he has 50. So, you act first, Detective Thompson.
So he's pulling something.
It looks like he's pulling something on you.
Like a flash of metal, and I'm like, what? Bang. 27.
That sounds like a hit.
Yeah, my firearms is 55. 27 is exactly hard pass.
Okay. So you fire. And
Sorry. I was looking at rifles. It is a hard pass still, but it's much higher. It's 70.
Okay. So with the hard pass, which is the pass that you needed for the distance between you and Tom Winklespect,
Okay.
with that hard pass, you hit him. How much do you hit him for?
Oh. Well, I don't shoot people off, and I don't remember how to do this.
You have a 38.
Is that what Freddy gave me? Same shit, right? Makes it easy. 1d10. Which is you guys. 5.
Okay. So you hit Tom for... Jesus.
I was trying to wing him. I think I was trying to wing him.
Just trying to go for a leg or something?
Yeah. I don't want to have to kill you.
Shoot the leg, Johnny. All right, so you hit him in the leg, and Winklespect goes down. He drops to the ground, drops whatever was in his pocket. You hear something heavy hit the ground,
I shine my flashlight
and
over
he's
to it.
grabbing at his leg. Shine your flashlight over to it. You see that it is a gun. Can't quite determine what kind of gun it is right now because of just everything going on. It's too quick of a movement. You're hearing Winklespect go, "Ah!
All right, I closed the
My
distance
leg!"
with my gun trained on him. I try to get over to the weapon and kick it away from him further.
Okay, you kick that gun away from him further. He's bleeding out pretty bad from his thigh. He's trying to put pressure on it.
That's probably not great.
Can I tell the difference between the yells and the voices? Like, I know it was Winklespect yelling, not...
He has a pretty distinctive
Okay.
voice.
Alright. What's happening?
Oh, jeez. My
I'm just gonna yell. I'm gonna just yell what's happening.
Is the wall still mostly raised, but stopped?
Yeah, it's about 75% of the way up.
Tom has been shot.
By
Get
me.
yourself together. I'll get you out of there.
Where's he shot? Maybe I could explain to you
The
how
leg.
to try and help him?
Well, I suppose maybe now would be the time. Suggesting I bandage him. He
Yeah.
might, I suppose, bleed out if it's like femoral artery or something, right?
Yeah.
Bad spot to take a hit, I guess.
But you can't teach it unless you have over 50, right?
No, the wall's about 75% of the way up. You could get over it.
I say,
Can't he
Follow-
just pull the chain and let me know?
follow my voice. Yeah, and I head over to the chain. I try to one-hand it with the gun pointed at him.
All right,
still.
so you start one-handing it.
Say, Tom, she has medical training. Just stay put. We'll make sure you don't bleed out.
All right. So Heather, you see the wall slowly start to descend.
So I can kind of see again?
You can, I mean, you're holding your eyes open physically with your
Okay.
fingers, but you
Okay.
can kind of see. Everything's kind of blurry because you're tearing up so bad.
Alright, so I'm just gonna run over to the wall, like, as quick as I can without, like, banging
Right.
into shit.
All right, so you head over to the wall, you climb over the little bit that's left there, and you get to the scene where you see Luke there with his gun trained on Tom, who is sitting there grabbing his leg and moaning in pain.
Alright, I'm just like, stay still, stay still.
Ah!
I got something in my eye in there. I don't know. I'm having a hard time seeing, but I can try and help you.
No, I'm bleeding really bad. I'm bleeding. Oh no! And
I'm right-
give me a medicine roll
Okay.
with a
A bonus
penalty
die because I
die.
got all... No, why? I got all that... I got all that
Because-
medic... Oh, because I'm blind.
because you're blind.
Come on, green beans. Be cool. I go with a higher one?
Yeah, you go with the worst roll.
Would have been...
At a disadvantage?
One was 14 and one
Oh,
is
good.
64.
Ooh,
And I
what's your
have-
medicine though?
38.
Ooh, okay.
Would I be able to assist? I mean, if you're having trouble seeing, you could try to
What's
help
your
talk me
medicine
through
knowledge?
it. See, I don't have any medicine or first
Yeah,
aid,
and,
so.
and she doesn't have enough to teach, so
Yeah.
the only thing you
Okay.
guys can do is spend luck or push the roll.
I look at Tom, I say, you know anything about this stuff?
He goes, no, I don't know anything about anatomy or anything like that.
I'm gonna have to take the leg.
Not my leg.
Well, it's gotta happen. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't even have enough luck.
Push it. You might kill
Do
him.
you want to push the roll?
It's one less guy to get older.
You might want to consider pushing that roll with a tourniquet, perhaps. Just a friendly medical idea.
Oh no, she's already trying
Yeah.
tourniquets.
Yeah.
You don't get
alright.
any more
Oh,
bonus
man.
dice.
Oh, you guys are gonna torture me if I kill somebody else by accident, but yes, I'm gonna push it.
Wait, you killed somebody before?
Pussy
Yeah.
real good.
With the penalty.
I know. God, Mom.
If only I could see.
With the penalty?
Guys, is
Guys?
it 22 or a
Uh-huh.
2?
Damn.
Yes!
Damn.
Yes!
Mark off
Oh
that
my
medicine if you
God.
haven't. Nice.
All right. So you tourniquet off his leg.
Goosebumps.
Awesome.
I have goosebumps.
Tourniquet
in real life.
off his leg. Jenny, that's why I thought you would like this game. It kind of scratches that gambling addiction that you have.
I don't even like gambling. I mean, I like it.
Jenny
But-
just likes winning.
Just like random gambling, though. Like, hey, pick a card out of this pile and bet $2.
Yeah, exactly. You're not playing with money. You're just playing with character lives.
Yeah. Better.
Better than money. Anyway,
And sanity. Don't forget sanity.
I've been gambling with sanity for a long time.
Don't play with your sanity.
so you managed to stop the bleeding on Tom's leg. You go through with a little stitch even. You got some of those hook stitches from the hospital. You use these hook sutures to stitch him up.
Well done.
And he's still sitting there, you know, gripping his leg. Like, it's painful, definitely. But you look around the back of it, you don't see an exit wound. Just the entry onto his very thick thigh.
Oh, so it's still in there.
Probably.
That stinks. Yeah, it's gonna give you some pain for the rest of your life unless you see to that, but how are we ever going to explain it?
He tries to get up.
I kind of use my foot and like kind of hook under his wrist so he can't use his hands to help him up. I don't let him get up.
Yeah.
Okay. He still tries to, but as soon as he tries to put any sort of weight on that leg, he just collapses. He goes, oh my god.
I shine the little pen light in his face, like standing over him.
His eyes squint and he covers his eyes with his hand.
Say, you were trying to lock us in there. Why? Is there something that we shouldn't have found?
No one's supposed to be in there.
So the answer is lock them in, seal them in a bunker.
Well, I came down, I saw the light on. I knew someone had to have either been there or be in there currently.
And what if they knew about those two girls? What if it was someone who maybe was onto you?
He starts crying.
Yes.
I didn't want to hurt those girls.
I kind of feel bad.
I was just trying to get back. Had to find a way back to the numbers. The numbers. They were coming to me.
The numbers?
They came to me so fast when we did the experiment with the Black Lotus and the LSD.
I see.
They came to me. That's how we figured out how to do the cubes, the three-dimensional comparisons, something to take us into the fourth dimension.
Take you into, or?
To reveal it, rather.
I see.
I'm sorry. I just had to get back. I'm so sorry. I knew that if I could break down brain patterns, if I could put them into another form of electronics, that we'd be able to find our way back to that realm. That realm of alien numbers. The realm of mathematics, of geometry, of numbers beyond your comprehension.
It sounds like quite a bit.
It's more than a bit. Why are you so calm?
I'm trying to take it all in. Because frankly, I know that you know that you're important for what's happening. And I know the Ophidians are real because I've seen one.
Yeah, that's right. You need me, right? You need me.
Now I feel like he's Roger Rabbit. Please, Eddie. Nice. I say, nothing I can do immediately anyway, but you're gonna pay for what you did.
I didn't mean to kill him. I really didn't. I just
keep your mouth shut right now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Figure out what we're gonna do with you.
All right. So you are there with Tom. You have your gun trained on him. Heather's there. She has stitched him up. He is at your mercy.
I kind of pull her aside a little bit, have like a little whisper thing while keeping an eye on him. Flashlight trained on him so he can't see, he can't read on lips or nothing, you know, because it's all dark.
All right.
I didn't really kind of want to reveal our hands too soon, given what apparently is coming up. I don't know nothing about cubes or shamblers or rituals, but he's gonna he's gonna lose it. He's gonna give us up.
So what do you guys do with old Tommy here?
Yeah, so we're discussing. I have no idea. I mean, do we? I feel like we can't just let him go home, but we can't just
No.
like be like, well, you live down here now. You got, even though there's school, people are gonna look for him. But I mean, he knows as well as we do. Well, he don't need us as much as we need him.
I mean, but what was the point of the experiments he was running on the girls? Like, we should ask him.
He was trying to
Go to the math dimension?
record brainwaves to a computer that could hold him enough. I think he was trying to like make a computer brain or something to open up doors. Computer brain that opens up other dimensions. I don't know. I kind of step back over. I say, where did you go wrong with you were trying to record these brain patterns, or were you essentially trying to make an artificial brain, or just an audio file to play?
Have you read the book Neuromancer?
Have I read the book Neuromancer?
It came out last year. It's pretty good. It's very interesting. It brings up a lot of neat ideas. Well, I read it, and I was talking to Willis, and we kind of came together and realized that, well, the human brain's really just a series of chemicals that give off electronic pulses. I knew that if I could replicate my own brain into a computer, that I'd be able to get back to those alien numbers, those alien numerics. However, I didn't want to go just by myself. First off, it seemed so dangerous, and I thought maybe we could take a volunteer, but Willis said that no one would be willing to volunteer for this. And we wound up kidnapping 2 girls. I had to get back there. You gotta understand.
How long did you have them down here? I mean, you didn't even feed them or give them water.
He's crying again.
Uh,
They had to be sedated the entire time. They couldn't eat.
I mean, you could have given them some intravenous.
That's
you
what
know.
the IV stands were for.
Yeah. I guess you can't live on it forever, I suppose. I don't know. I feel like you could.
Unfortunately, no, you can't. But the problem wasn't putting them into the computer. The problem was bringing them back. I couldn't bring them back. I just wanted to bring them back.
Back from where?
Inside the computer.
Dun, dun, dun. Wait a minute, they're inside? The files are inside the computer?
They're still in there.
They're in the computer.
Their consciousnesses.
How is that possible? How do you know? How can you tell?
Just go ask the computer.
Okay, Siri.
Some kind of science fiction television show? Computer.
No. There's a keyboard. Go to the keyboard. Ask it any question you'd like.
I feel like I'm in Saw all of a sudden. Go to the keyboard.
I'd like to play a game.
And that's back around the hall and all that shit. Is that close by? Where's that at?
No, it's you got to cross that barrier again.
Yeah.
That you have lowered all the way now.
I think if I haven't, it's lowered all the way just about now.
So you got to go back into the main bomb room. Or
I,
main bomb shelter.
I kind of.
Do you want me to go and then you yell the questions for me? You could keep
I don't know
him
if I have any questions. I just
under...
feel like we need proof that there's girls in the computer. The computer has two consciousnesses. Consciousness. I'm sorry. It's tough to fathom. I mean, I guess this is 1985.
It's the future, after all. So, Thompson, through what Winklespect is telling you, you pretty much surmise that doing the ritual where they marked up the speculum mages made him go insane. And he is a guy that is all absorbed with numbers and mathematics. And he basically learned a new kind and wanted to get back to learning those numbers.
His numbers.
Um,
This dude's stuck in an acid trip.
yeah, I don't even know what to do for him.
If I could just leave the body and have nothing but pure mind, I could go back there.
How do you get on the computer? What's the key that I press to get on the computer?
Just hit the enter key.
I'm gonna run down the hall. I want to see about this.
All right. You run down the hall.
Yeah.
You hit the enter key on a keyboard that is next to a very bulky but round monitor that's only black and green. When you hit enter on the keyboard, you see a green line pop up that then expands into a circle and the screen goes on. Now there is a green just flashing underscore.
Just gonna write, are there two girls' consciousness is stuck in this computer?
You type it in.
That takes forever because consciousness is.
I know. It's
so hard.
It's too much.
Consciousness is
You know she spelled it wrong.
UNCIOUS.
Was there spell check?
NESS? ESS?
Are there two
Yes.
girls stuck in this computer?
You type that in there. And after waiting a couple seconds, you don't see any sort of reply on there. But then the reel-to-reel on the computer starts spinning. Lights start flashing on the computer. The heat of the computers dials up the temperature in the room. And on the screen in front of you, it just says, Claire, Rita.
Shit. I'm just gonna write. I mean, the computer probably doesn't know they're dead. I'm just gonna write, how do we get them out?
They go on to work for AOL as a chat bot.
Yeah, this is like weird science.
It comes back and says, we don't know.
How do I get to the numbers?
It just comes back, please help.
Fuck.
Then it starts going, please help, please help, please help, please help, please help. Just going down, you see the entire row of letters start scrolling past. It just says, please help, please help, please help.
I say she starts pulling her own hair and just screaming at the computer. I'm just gonna start like, what's happening? Like, Thompson, they're really stuck in here.
Hang my head.
Uh-huh.
Still keeping an eye on him from down the hall.
I'm gonna run back in, and I want to grab Winklespect and be like, you gotta let them out of there.
I don't know how to. That's the problem. I tried to bring them back.
Well, do some more Lotus and figure it out.
I say, I suppose I'm still new to this, but tell me if I'm right here. The whole purpose for the Shambler binding ritual is to find out how to stop the Ophidians, is to ask questions, yes? Would they also know this answer?
No. The reason to summon the Shamblers to find the location of where the Ophidians are sleeping.
I see. Yeah, right. And how does that help us?
In this case, not at all.
Then why do you want to know where the Ophidians are?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Only to prevent the end of the world.
You're just gonna go there and start getting shot by them, or shooting them up, or I don't know, brawling them, choking them all? I mean, there has to be...
Brightly says that he has something prepared for it. I don't know exactly what it is, but I trust him.
This whole Megas 5 sounds a lot like Megas 1 to me. The more I hear about this Brightly... Now, how has he felt about the girls and that experiment? And what is he doing in Morocco, if that's even where he is?
Rutherford said that we shouldn't do it.
Rutherford's smart.
Hey, I'm smart.
Obsessed, it sounds like.
You got me there.
You're making
I'm
mistakes.
definitely obsessed with this. I gotta get back to the pure sensation of nothing.
Let's keep it on track. Focus.
Yes,
Numbers later.
I'm sorry. Okay. First thing, if we had the girls' bodies, maybe we could bring them back.
Like the Rhesus head?
His eyes, that although they weren't meeting yours, it looked like he's looking maybe at your neck or something like that. Even then, they drop down further. And you hear a mumble, like the racist monkey.
Okay. Gonna get another ulcer on the other side.
How many more of these experiments are you doing?
I didn't even really want to do the one, but the drive was just in me to get back.
Now back to Rutherford. He told you not to. We established this. Now, what's the deal with Morocco? Is he even in Morocco? Honestly, kind of thought we'd find him down here.
He is in Morocco.
What's he doing?
He was getting uncomfortable with everyone else around him, and he said he just needed to get away for a little bit. I suppose he didn't want you asking too many questions of him, is the best thing that I can guess.
If he was a better liar, or if he didn't start with lies, wouldn't have been a problem.
But he went through the school to get it funded. I guess didn't want any money coming out of his pocket. And he's still gripping to his leg.
Do you have access to all that information?
He tells you that Brightly was staying in a very lavish hotel in Morocco.
Typical.
And that it was just him and like a handful of students. And they went out there on some sort of anthropology expedition. some things that were found. He's not exactly sure what was found, but he knows that Brightly used it as an excuse to get out of Philadelphia.
I see. I don't trust it, whatever it was. I'm scared of it.
No. Why does he want to get away from, like, all the people? Besides you, aren't they his friends? He doesn't want you guys asking him questions, his friends?
Well, I think it was us too, though. It was the new member of the Megas 5, and then we were kind of turning Raquel against him.
True.
Even if she already kind of was, but she had more teammates. It wasn't the boys' club anymore.
Good point.
Even though it's still heavily boyified.
Still heavily boyified. But there's at least one other girl in the group.
I don't understand what their plan is when they find all the Ophidians. Just gonna blow them up? Or just...
Yeah, you just
So-
trust him with, I have a plan. Once we know where they're at, I can go there and you don't have to worry anymore. Not...
Yeah.
I trust him. He knows how to do magic more than anyone else that I know. He claims that he has a spell that if we find them before the Aquariid meteor shower, that he'll be able to end the threat.
You sound stupid. You sound really stupid. He probably hides everything from you.
He does kind of sound like he's taking advantage of you a little bit. I guarantee he's keeping something to himself still.
What? I don't understand. Rutherford's my friend.
Rutherford Brightly is nobody's
He's
friend.
not your friend.
If he were an ice cream flavor, it would be pralines and dick. I had to.
Like, why does he have books hidden and secret trips to get away from you guys, and you don't even care? You don't care about the end game? That's you're just gonna plan, do all your little squares and cubes, and work your butts off, and then
That's what I know how to do. That's my area of expertise.
Are you aware that Brightly has the same ability as the Ophidian priest? The ability to induce a exploding heart?
What?
Are you aware of that? The fact that he knows a spell of sorts to burst somebody's heart, just like the Ophidian priests.
How do you know he can? He can't. Can he?
I found it in a box in his house. I also found 15th book in his office. You know the 15th book.
The one that was missing? He was holding on to it?
Apparently all this time.
isn't that the spell that killed your last Magus 5 character?
It does seem like it, given that I showed everyone the autopsy report. That's not a normal heart attack.
He says, if Rutherford knew how to... Oh my god.
Book in his office.
It says Raymond. Oh my god, poor Raymond. No. No!
Yeah, Raymond was your friend. And look what happened to him.
He starts crying again.
This guy is pain in the ass. Jesus. Get it together.
Well, at least now you know he's been lying to you. We've got to watch our backs.
I can't believe this. Why?
He was hiding the book because apparently the ritual could be changed to take more years from one person than others, or all of it from one and not the others. I learned that with Walter.
You see his eyes dart around a little bit. Psychology roll, please.
Come on, little janglers. I got a 1.
No,
Oh
you
my
didn't.
god!
I did it again. I swear.
Oh my god!
I haven't touched them.
Damn.
Hands taking photos.
Crazy MF.
Okay.
He said
There
pictures
should
or
be
it
a
didn't
bell.
happen.
We should
They're
have
hot.
use a sound effect.
A
Forget.
bell.
Put some
Yeah.
claps up in that, John. Oh yeah!
I'm gonna snap a photo because fun's
I don't have it pulled up.
Just crazy alarms, maybe.
Some fireworks.
I'm bad at picturing.
So you roll that 1. You can tell that Tom may not have known about Rutherford killing Raymond Tooley. However, it seems like he did know something about the ritual being directed towards someone else.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was trying to gauge him. Nice. So it kind of seems like he might not have known about the book then, as well, but or what was even in the book.
Probably not.
But he might have told him enough to make this guy the fall guy, I assume. Oh yeah,
Probably.
I'm gonna ask him. I was like, so was your plan to make Walter the fall guy that takes all of the 50 years or whatever it was at once?
Says, well, Rutherford said that he was concerned about me, given that I'm the oldest one. He said that he would just take a couple extra years from everyone else and that I'd be okay.
Rutherford says a lot of things.
Yeah.
I have Walter studying symbols and all. I'm kind of wondering, we found some drawings of the symbols in his office. Kind of wondering how much he actually planned on taking from everybody. If they can be reverse engineered or whatever, maybe we'll find out.
He says to you, I don't know much about the ritual itself.
Well, why would he let you know the details, right?
I don't know the details, no, I'm sorry.
It's quite all right.
Can you do any spells? Can anyone else in your group do spells?
Says the only ones who really know spells are Rutherford and Raquel.
Still sounds weird to say out loud. What is Raquel's? I heard about the seance. I guess is that one of her spells. What else do you know that Raquel can do? Get all the info I can.
Okay. Said aside from contacting the recently dead,
She can also contact the currently living that has access to a landline telephone.
ooh, she knows.
She invented 1-800-COLLECT.
That is a power.
She also knows not only how to contact the dead, supposedly how to raise them.
Shit.
Bring back Lenny.
Oh,
Bring back Lenny.
Whoa. Nothing bad could come of that, right? He's such a sweet guy.
So as far as I know, Raquel can contact the dead and maybe even bring them back.
She never told me anything about that.
No.
Well, think about it. Is that something you'd want someone to know?
Probably not.
Yeah.
And imagine the toll that it would take on her.
Yeah, I suppose knowing what we know, that probably would cost something. I'm sure Heather would have liked to have known that some time ago, but maybe it's better that she didn't.
Other spell kind of drove one of my friends insane, but okay.
I'm sorry about your friend.
So what are we supposed to do with you? You're just gonna rat on us if we let
What?
you go. You're just gonna tell your sneaky little Magus friends who you trust all of, but they're all super shady. And then what?
No, I won't say anything. I'm worried about you guys. Are you kidding me? I'm worried about you guys saying something.
Well, who are we gonna say something to that's gonna get you in trouble?
Oh, I don't know. The police, the press.
That's right.
You have me dead to rights here.
Remember that we could always do that. But we haven't. Not yet.
So Tom says to you guys, listen, if you guys don't say anything, I won't either.
Look, we need each other. And you need to trust your friend Brightly a little less.
He looks at you with an almost hurt feeling in his eyes.
We have evidence for some of these claims, so I mean, if you don't believe us, we can prove it. I don't trust him completely, but I don't want him knowing what we know.
Says, I won't say anything. If you don't say anything, I won't.
He seems to be possibly the most knowledgeable of otherworldly shit.
Yeah, well, when it comes to the Ophidians, he knows a lot, but still doesn't know where their location is. Not until we can finish this ritual that you need me for, right?
I think so. And if you can figure out a way to put those girls back for sure, we should try.
He says, well, if you can get the bodies, it might be worth a try.
I don't know, but I suppose it's possible. Come up with, something a little more concrete than worth a try before we try to get those.
Why don't you bring the monkey back to life like it's full body first, so we know that you could bring humans back to life?
You see his eyes light up. And he goes, oh my god. If we can, somewhere between Willis's knowledge of biology and Raquel's knowledge of the arcane, there has to be some sort of solution there.
Sounds like we need another team meeting.
Yeah. What do I say about this then? What am I supposed to tell Raquel and Walter?
Walter pretty much has been caught up on just about everything before we got here.
Everything?
I've been working with Walter mostly to understand this stuff. Otherwise, I wouldn't even believe half of it. But these two are probably the reason I'm mixed up with all this Ophidian mess. Well, their friend Lenny, I guess. I do a sign of the cross. Right.
Good Catholic boy.
Yeah.
Just trust me when I say Raquel is onto something, too. You're not shocking the world. Of your group, at least.
She didn't trust the three of you before I met her.
Yeah, because you guys treat her like shit.
And you withhold information from everybody, apparently.
Until today, I thought Brightly was my friend. I guess I just have to not trust him as much, like you said. Listen,
yeah, you need to snap out of it. Like he's brainwashed you.
I'm having difficulty standing up. Can you guys at least help me out of here?
Of course, I mean, we're not going to leave you here, but I think maybe you should rest for a few. Maybe I'll have something for the pain. I kind of turn my back and use my pen light, and I'm digging around, and I don't know if anyone sees, but there's a white powder on my fingers that I kind of rub onto the wound.
He goes, ah! Oh, that kind of numbed it a little bit.
And then I kind of just real quick. It's been a while. Yeah. Forgot
Heather, you didn't see that.
Do you want me to sleight of hand it?
That's your magic trick. You're magic too. How did you make that not hurt that much?
Actually, if you want to sleight of hand that, or sleight of hand that.
Might as well try. It's a 25.
Yeah, why not? That's not the kind of thing you want to put on display.
Not always. I lost one. I played myself. I rolled it the wrong way. It's a 35. I failed. Whoops.
I see everything.
Yeah.
I don't have the old broom on the lip anymore to sweep it up.
No, you sweep.
Is that how it works?
Yep, that's what mustaches are for.
Mm-hmm.
The old China duster.
There it is. So it's pretty obvious.
So you see him take a nice little sniffy sniff.
I feel like I'm
rubbing a little bit of it.
Yeah, that adds up. I feel like I'm just yeah.
You don't even say anything.
Nah, I mean, thinking back to his cop days when he was a total dick and I hated him, I'm yeah.
I figured she's a bartender in the 80s. She gets it.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Still that guy. He just knows you a little better.
No, he's part of his best friend's gang.
So he asks you to help him up.
All right, I'll help him.
Is there anything he could lean on around here that we could use? I don't know, like one of those IV stands. Do they have the little wheels on the bottom?
Yes, they do.
Oh.
I'll go and retrieve that for him.
Okay. He tries to put weight on that leg, and he can't. Heather, while you were treating it, you had a suspicion that the femur was broken from the bullet wound.
Okay.
So he can't put any weight on that. Alright, so Heather and Thompson, you figure out a way to take the 2 IV stands and Wiggle
Like, kinda
Speck
push
kind
'em?
of sits. Yeah, kind of sits between the 2
Yeah.
and holds on to both of them, and you guys push.
Does
them.
like a makeshift like wheelchair, but standing like.
Or not
weekend-
not push, but pull rather,
Okay.
because his leg's gonna drag.
Yeah, we're gonna weekend at Bernie's them.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna have to help him up the stairs, I guess.
Put some sunglasses on him.
Suppose.
Yeah, there are stairs involved.
I guess I turn out all the lights.
Okay, you turn that big breaker switch off, and the lights all go off in the bomb shelter.
I want to ask him why I went blind from touching that clothes.
Oh, is she still unable to see?
No, you have blinked it out at this point. They still feel irritated, but they're not
Right.
like painful. You can open your eyes.
Just want to be like, what the hell was in that clothes that I touched? Like, why did I go blind?
He says, well, those mannequins been down here since at least 1955.
So it's just like asbestos covered?
It's like a new line of asbestos clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you dress the mannequins anyway?
Well, they were initially just display for the bomb shelter to show how people might just kind of stand around in it.
Oh, I thought it was something pervy.
No.
Oh, why would I ever think that? I'm sorry. We just
Yeah.
tie up girls and put electrodes through their leg to their heads so that we could get their consciousness on a computer. We're not perverts.
He dips his head down and doesn't look anywhere near you.
Why do you wear the same clothes every day?
It's just easier that way.
All right. Case closed.
You got me there.
Case
Okay.
closed. Gavel, gavel. That's all my questioning. Thank you.
I suppose somebody will have to drive your car. And where are we taking him?
Raquel's.
All right.
Hospital.
Oh, yeah.
A
His
gunshot wound is probably not. I can't bring him.
We'll take him to Raquel's first. We'll let her figure out what to do.
Well,
She knows him.
then let's get to a phone. It sounds like you might be coming clean a little sooner than you thought. This is a part of the path to redemption.
He looks up at you and he has a tear in his eye, but he says, maybe you're right. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Aww.
It's a sad one.
What a. Oh, yeah, but
a good
I
one.
feel like, you know, it was kind of uplifting in a way because, like, you know, he knows
Yeah, we're
that.
getting him. We're getting him to the away from the dark side.
Yeah, now he can join.
Gotta make
the-
him realize the truth beyond the
Oh
veil.
my god, he got so annoying though. Like, I know I was supposed to feel bad for him, and he was like a real sad sap, but I was like, oh.
But then I kept thinking that
You
he
were
like,
not having it.
neglected and killed his.
I was
his
like,
Jones.
ooh, I thought he was.
No,
my
I liked
friend. Yeah.
I liked how Heather was reacting. It was great.
Get
I
over
feel less
it.
bad knowing that he got their consciousness stuck in a computer and was like, oh shit, what do I do? And couldn't get him out. And like, you know, the body died because it wasn't able to live anymore.
The
Without
computer's
consciousness.
like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
it makes
I
sense.
can't do that, Dave. Give back their
Syn-
consciousness.
Help us, help us,
Syntax
help
error.
us.
Page not found. Give it back.
All right, well, the combined brain power of 2 college girls has to be stronger than a rhesus monkey.
Yeah, that's why you need
why-
a
Whoa,
computer
wait.
space.
Why are
Any
we calling
college
it racist monkey?
Rhesus.
Rhesus.
Okay, I thought you were calling
It's
it
a R-
racist monkey.
RHESUS, I think, is a kind of monkey.
Okay.
Well, I gotta say thanks to everyone for listening to this kind of weird episode.
We had some hiccups for sure, but we made it.
Yeah, sorry
it was
about
revealing. We learned a lot today.
Lots of revelations.
that. We also learned once again that sanity is overrated. Those are good. I really like those things.
I didn't
Why
think
are
about how
they-
speaking will be.
It's like gummy candy,
Ruined.
but it's crunchy and it's sour and it's sweet. It's
No,
great.
but why are they good? They are good.
I don't know. They shouldn't be.
I don't
the-
even like
the
nerds, and I
mouthfeel.
don't like gummy candy. But together, I don't even
They're
really
great.
like candy that much. But they are very good.
Oh man, I love candy.
Great job, nerds, Nerd Ropes. If you want to sponsor this podcast,
Sponsored by
This-
Nerd Ropes.
this podcast is brought to you by We Love Nerd Ropes.
And ladders.
Jenny, do you like gummies?
No,
Do you like nerds?
ew.
What if I put them together?
That sounds gross.
What if they sponsor us?
This is what?
What if they sponsored us?
This is
I love it.
delicious. This shouldn't taste good at all. It's a real chocolate and peanut butter situation.
Yeah. You got gummies in
Nerds.
my nerds. You got nerds in my gummies. Together they taste like shit.
No, they taste so good. You're doing it wrong.
You guys are the
We're never
worst at
gonna-
Fuck,
advertising.
we're never gonna get
We're
that
never gonna
sponsorship.
get this sponsorship.
So
We already gave up on
confused.
Coors Banquet.
There goes that trip to Alaska.
Ladders want nothing to do with us anymore.
Yeah, remember? How do you feel about ladders?
I've been writing letters to just ladders
You're writing
Any
letters
of
to
them?
for
ladders.
the longest time through the snail
Staple it to
mail.
them. Oh, building up in a warehouse somewhere.
Yeah, and I just put like little snakes in the envelopes and like nothing. I get nothing back.
Thanks for listening. If you're enjoying the show, remember to like, follow, and drop us a review. And if you're really enjoying what you're hearing and want to support us, head on over to our Patreon, where we have bonus exclusive content for subscribers. We're also on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at That Cthulhu John. And you can always send us any questions and comments over to thatcthulhujohn@gmail.com.